My mother's been dead for 15 years now, so I don't do anything to celebrate Mother's Day. In the past, I have gone to visit her gravesite, but this year is all about physical distancing, so you just don't know what's floating around the graveyard. She would appreciate that, by the way. This is my mother. Was my mother. Is my mother. Whatever. This is a photo of my mother. A little tiny white woman who had a daughter who's not tiny or white.
The one thing that bothers me about Mother's Day is that it's a blanket holiday. Did you birth a child? Boom, happy Mother's Day. No, we don't care if you're a good mother or a bad mother, doesn't matter. Happy Mother's Day. That makes no sense.
I think it's kind of a waste of energy to get pissed off about someone saying Happy Mother's Day because the intentions are good. Hardly anybody has chosen to not have children. It is still kind of an unusual choice. And so because of the way our society, most societies are, with parenthood as the go-to option, the go-to path for all people, it just makes sense that people would say Happy Mother's Day. So I kind of try to take their wish as well-intentioned, and I might respond with thanks, not a mom, Happy Mother's Day to you too, because I assume the woman saying it is a mother. But I think if a man says Happy Mother's Day this year, I'm going to say you too, because the absurdity of both of us being mothers is equal. Or I'm going to find out what other day falls on Mother's Day. I don't know if it's National Bagel Day or it's got to be something. So if someone says Happy Mother's Day, I will say to them, thank you, Happy Bagel Day to you.
I belong to one WhatsApp group. We're just women who live in the same neighborhood. We help each other out. And I got one of these messages with, promotion from a restaurant. It's actually one of my favorite restaurants. This menu for delivery for Mother's Day. And attached was video. And the chef was talking. And I thought he was going to explain what the menu was about, what he was trying to do with, this promotion or whatever. But the first thing that came out of his mouth is, this is the most important day of the year. And I think that is an exaggeration.
The best thing that has happened to me in the last few years is discovering the child-free community and bonding with other people who feel the same way I do about not wanting to be a mother. And Instagram specifically is, for me, all about the child-free community. So I am perfectly happy to wake up on Mother's Day and scroll through that, because it'll be a lot of anti-Mother's Day sentiment, some of which I'll agree with, some of which I will be like, okay, it's a bit harsh, but secretly laughing at it. So that's nice. And I'm excited to see, how that progresses. Like every year, what can we do on Mother's Day for the child-free community if we feel the need to do something, which I kind of do. I think it's good that people know that they're not the only one that kind of feels awkward on that day. And also maybe they're probably the most likely to admit that they don't have the greatest relationship with their own mothers. I think there's nothing worse than someone posting Happy Mother's Day to the greatest mother on the planet when they secretly hate her. People bullshit on Facebook and Instagram all the time anyway. So who am I kidding? That probably happens all the time.
On more than one occasion, my mom has said to me, you don't need to congratulate me on Mother's Day. Mother's Day is a holiday that was invented by Hallmark and capitalism to get people to buy gifts that their mothers most probably don't even need, and to fill up the seats in the restaurants. Mother's Day is every day of the year. And I have nothing against holidays. We have holidays for everything, so why not one for mothers? But I think she has a point. Being a mother, scratch that. Being a good mother is not easy. Raising children with purpose, the best you can with the tools that you have is a 24/7 job for many years. Yeah, no way, Jose.
It could be and probably has been argued, well, these people choose to have children, and everything they do for those children upon giving birth to them is essentially something they asked for. They said, here is this being, and so now it's my job to care for this being. Why should you get a day for that? Well, why not? What do I care? What do I care? Have Mother's Day. Have two. Have fun. Happy Mother's Day to you. Also, to child-free people, happy Independence Day to you. One of the things I kind of like about Mother's Day as a person who's not a mother is that it does kind of, I don't think much about being child-free. It's not something that's part of my daily meditation were I to meditate. But on Mother's Day and seeing all these happy Mother's Day things, it does kind of remind me that I'm a little bit proud of myself to have, I don't even know if I can be proud of myself, because getting pregnant, having a kid, being a parent was so not what I wanted, that to have done it would have been like, and this is no offense to mothers, children, parents, any of that, but that life to me is kind of like that joke where, you die and you suddenly end up in hell and you're just sitting in all this sewage and it smells and everything, but it's manageable, and you're thinking, this isn't so terrible. If this is hell, I thought it'd be way worse. And then Satan comes in and he says, all right, everybody, break's over, back on your heads. And entering that life felt like that. So it's almost like I had no option but to not have kids. But I'm still kind of proud of myself for not doing it, I guess, for not going the way that my former spouses expected me to go, and that I think society expects you to go if you have a uterus. So I like to I think on Mother's Day, I like to take a little bit of like a second, and it's not intentional, it just happens. I just think, wow, escape that one.
Does anyone else have a feeling like if you post anything other than something to do with Mother's Day on social media, you feel like you're gonna get burned at the stake or something? Because I kind of felt like that for a while, because I wasn't wishing other people happy Mother's Day. I wasn't talking about my dead mother on Facebook, which I'm sure I could have garnered a lot of sympathy from that, but I wasn't interested. So it kind of became awkward, and then I just avoided social media on that day. And then last year was actually the first year that I had my blog, so I was tired of avoiding Mother's Day and not addressing the fact that there are people that don't have kids. And I didn't want to do it to take away the experience from anyone else, because I don't want to do that. My best friend, for example, is a mother. So, I'll send her a private text, Happy Mother's Day, but not publicly, just because I just don't feel the need to do that. And now, because everything I do is public, it just seems weird, because I'm all about the child-free lifestyle. So maybe I'm overthinking it. I'm probably overthinking it.
In case you didn't know, there is an International Childfree Day. It's in August.